Sup Sobers. Welcome back to another episode of Not Sobering Stories. Now, for some of my OG followers, you guys will be stoked to see that I'm posting this video. For others of you, you might be like, why is he posting this? I don't get it. When I first started my YouTube channel, I was doing sober content specifically, like sober help videos, just sober stuff, really. And it wasn't hitting the way I wanted it to, unfortunately. And so I was starting to come up with new ideas of how I could really appeal to a better audience, and I was able to kind of formulate the idea that it's grown into now, that most of you have seen the new stories I've posted, most of you have watched some episodes. And so the idea itself really kind of formulated over the course of my 6-month monetization journey. But I wanted to come back on here because I used to post every week 2 videos. I'd post one sober related video and then one video just related to my journey on YouTube, the things I've learned, any tips, tricks, and hacks that I've learned to get more views and subscribers. And so I used to do that each and every week, and that was actually a really good way for me to boost my channel up, get involved in the small creator world. You get tons of other small creators that find you through those videos, and you can kind of network and feed off of each other and boost each other up. I still have tons of those original creators that I met when I was still a very small channel, very early stages, that still follow me to this day. Now, I want to remind you guys, it took me 6 months to get here, and the reason I wanted to make this video is because there's so many of those videos about monetization and making money on YouTube that I just don't feel like set realistic expectations. And so I wanted to come on here and talk about my journey because I'm just a normal guy. I got fired from my job and I really wanted to do content creation, and I was on TikTok before, but I got banned on TikTok, so I decided I'm gonna go to YouTube and see what I can do on YouTube, because content creation has just always been my calling. I've really just enjoyed making videos ever since I was a kid. I even have some of my high school videos that I made for one of my classes. We did a To Catch a Predator episode. It's up on my YouTube channel. It's called To Catch a Predator Part 1 and 2, but you should check it out. It's pretty funny. I just really grabbed the bull by the horns. I lost my job and I had some time where I could actually sit down and focus and just pour everything into my channel. And it has grown so much. It's now a month into my revenue cycle, and I wanted to post this video because everybody else posts these videos about how much money I made in my first month monetized on YouTube. So I figured, me too. So I've got some analytics I want to go over with you guys, and I want to show you how much money I have officially made in 1 month exactly, because I got monetized on December 10th, 2024, and it is currently January 10th, 2025. So without further ado,
let's go. Alcohol.
Now, the first thing I'll say, if you're trying to get into YouTube, you got to get really good about using the YouTube Studio and using the analytics part of the process, because studying your analytics is going to guide you the direction that you need to go. I'd say that's probably the biggest piece that I've learned in my 6-month journey, is that you have to really put yourself in the viewer's shoes while simultaneously wearing your creator's hat. If you get on YouTube, what are you searching for? What keeps you watching videos? For me, that was true crime. That's literally the only reason I ever went to YouTube. And then when that was done, sometimes I'd get sent over to First Amendment audit stuff, and I don't know, it just branches out. YouTube always knows what I want to watch. And so I just thought about, what do I like on YouTube? What gets me to stay on YouTube? What gets me to watch an entire video? And so I just figured, okay, I'm trying to bring sobriety to the table. That's what I felt like my niche was going to be. I really had this sober passion because I've been sober for 5 years. And on my TikTok channel, I did pretty much all sobriety content. I posted the reasons why I'm sober. It's just a whole list of different videos of just me making fun of me, past me, for the reasons why I'm sober now. I still post those on my YouTube now as well. That was kind of how I started transitioning from TikTok to YouTube, was just posting those same videos as shorts over on YouTube. I kind of just was like, how can I fuse sober content and true crime content into one solid niche idea? And so that's really where my idea for Sobering Stories was born, because none of my sober videos were hitting. Granted, I didn't have a big following and I didn't give it enough time, but when I did more research, even some of the biggest creators who are doing sober content, like sober help stuff, things to help you get sober, just talking about sobriety generally, those channels still are not that big. Like, some of the biggest channels I could find were still under 100,000 followers. So I was like, this doesn't seem to be a very successful niche. And I don't look for that stuff. I'm a sober person. When I was getting sober, I didn't look for sober help on YouTube. I didn't look for somebody on YouTube to tell me how to get sober. I looked for a group in my community. I used the support network around me. I had so many other avenues that I used as opposed to YouTube. So I didn't think that that was necessarily the best idea. It wasn't even content that I would watch. So is it something I would expect somebody else to want to watch? No, definitely not. So I just started coming up with this idea with my brother of like, what if I talked about like a story in the middle of the week? I can do sober content. I can do my journey on YouTube on Sundays. And then in the middle of the week, I can post another video talking about like a true crime story that has something to do with addiction or like substance abuse. And he was like, I don't know, man, that sounds like you're going to be spreading yourself pretty thin. He was right. I was like, I'm going to be spreading myself really thin. So I decided to just nix out the sober content specifically. And I tried this new sober infused true crime idea. And that it didn't necessarily take off right away, but it definitely got more views than my other sober content was getting. And that's where like looking into your analytics really comes into play, because when you see a video performing, and you see something, an idea that you had doing well, obviously that means that the audience likes it, because the algorithm just means audience. If the audience likes it, if they thumbs up it, comment, share, subscribe, all of those things, even just simply watching one of your videos and then going to watch another one of your videos, hugely boosts the original video, because YouTube sees that you're keeping people on YouTube for longer, and that's what it wants. That's how I started to formulate my niche. That's how I figured out my niche in this whole YouTube scheme. And I feel like my niche is pretty niche worthy. Like, I don't see a lot of other sober related true crime channels in this sea of true crime channels. So I feel like it brings my own flavor, my own perspective, and my own my skills to the table as well, because I wouldn't even be sitting here talking to you guys if it wasn't for the fact that I had gotten sober. So that's just a little bit about how I got into my niche. I think that that is a really hard part of the process, kind of figuring out what your niche is. Now, if I had to do it all over again, what I think I would really start with is I would go to the YouTube homepage, and up here in the top left corner, there's this little compass looking thing, which literally makes sense. It's here to guide your way. What are you looking for? It has all of these different topics. So these are podcasts, fashion and beauty, courses, sports, news, gaming, live, movies and TV, music, shopping, and trending. Go to trending, just see what's trending right now. But also, those are all major categories. So if you have a niche idea like what I have, sober-related content, but you wanted to fuse that in with, say, sports, there's a whole avenue for you to go down with sober-related athletes or sober-related stories about athletes, anything in that realm. But what you're really wanting to do is you want to figure out, what top niche do I want to fit myself into? Because your niche is going to be way, way down the pyramid, way down here somewhere. So for me, my niche would be podcasts. And then there's a whole branch of what kind of podcasts. Okay, I want to do true crime podcasts, because I could do a sober podcast where I talk about or interview people and talk about their sober journey. There's actually another sobering stories channel that's what they talk about, is like actual people's journeys of getting sober, real sobering stories. You know what I'm saying? So there's a whole list of podcasts that you could do. I decided true crime. Okay, within true crime, what do I want to focus on? Do I want to focus on murder cases? Do I want to focus on like kidnapping cases? Do I want to focus on any sort of specific type of cases? And so that was kind of where I felt my niche sort of fit in, was I wanted to talk about addiction related, substance abuse related cases. On top of that, when I searched for that, there really wasn't a whole lot of other channels or anything really talking about it. In fact, it was quite the opposite. I found a lot of true crime channels that fuse in like drinking wine or like, let's get drunk while we talk about true crime. And so for me, it kind of formulated itself. The idea just hit me when I was hanging out with my brother one day. And that was kind of the start of where I'm at now. The next piece I wanted to talk about was my analytics. So let's just go ahead and jump right into the analytics piece. We'll head over here to the dashboard. And so if we'll take a look in the top left corner, I've got 4,167 subscribers. Now, let me remind you guys, I monetized 1 month ago, and that was on December 10th, 2024. It is now January 10th, 2025, and I was at 1,000 subscribers 1 month ago because I just got monetized. I am now 1 month later at 4,167 subscribers. Once you guys hit a certain level and your videos start catching, it just goes like that. But that is super exciting. And one thing I've heard over and over in my journey on YouTube is that it just takes one video. And honestly, if we go back and look at all my videos, it really, I'd say, took 2 videos, to be quite honest. Because let's go all the way back to the beginning. Man, I had more videos than I thought. 11 months ago, I was doing some DJ stuff and kind of toying around with YouTube because I was still on TikTok. I posted this how to connect your AirPods to your PlayStation because I wasn't really sure if people knew how to do that. There's that To Catch a Predator video I was telling you guys about from high school. Yeah, there's some copyright issues because of songs in there, but I had to post it. It's too good. I did some DJ stuff. I still post like once a month. I'll do a DJ mix, but I don't do a lot of that. Then I did some coping strategies. And then you can see I was like, oh, I saw some creators that were making these monetizing my YouTube channel videos where it's showing their growth. And I thought that would be a great idea to add more videos to my playlist and then to also get more people to my channel because it was a really popular topic. People trying to figure out how to get on YouTube. And I was doing a lot of research at that point, trying to figure out how to be successful on YouTube. The last alcohol-related video that I made, just like straight up sober-related video I made, was the Are You an Alcoholic? And I think that's a really good video because that's from an alcoholic's mouth how I realized or how I really truly knew that I was struggling with an addiction problem. Then the next week, I posted the same video series just the next week, and I got 2.3 thousand views, which now that doesn't seem that great, but like at that point, I think it was only 1,000 views back then too. That was so exciting for me. And then we can see where I started my sobering stories 5 months ago. But let's get up here. I kept posting sobering stories, and then I realized that the stories themselves take a lot more time and require a lot more work. And so I was starting to struggle to post the Monetize Your YouTube channel videos, and they weren't really performing that well anyways. So I decided to cut those out after a while. The last one that I did was after my first success, which was the Wade Wilson video. And that was the first chance that I got to try out an idea that my girlfriend had given me. I was trying to find cases that people didn't know about or hadn't heard about, but nobody cared. You have to make people care. And none of those videos were making people care. The other thing you can do is you can find a topic that people already care about. Because if they already care about it, then you don't have to make them care about it. They just want to see what you have to say about it. And I was just under the impression that if I posted a video that everybody else had already made a video about, that mine would just get lost in the sea of all the videos. But that's not true. Obviously, I'm not getting the same millions of views like everybody else, but that was the first success that I saw outside of my Monetize Your YouTube channel. That was the first success I saw with my video series, with my videos. And so I was super excited. I was so pumped, and I realized, okay, I need to chase this. I need to stay on top of trends. I need to make sure that if there's a new video or a new crime or something related to my channel that comes out, that I am on it. The next video, the very next video I posted was this one about DIDDY and this girl who was high on this pink substance and ended up unaliving 2 people in a car accident. And it was extremely close to DIDDY's mansion in Miami. And I had only ever heard of this pink substance one other time, and that was in relation to the DIDDY case. And so my brain just put the connection together, and so I just decided to throw it in that video just by chance because I knew it was trending. And that video exploded, you guys. It got me 43,000 views, and I think I grew up to like 600 or 700 subscribers. No, I think it was like 500 or 600 subscribers from the 200 or so that I was at before. And then I was like, oh man, I'm riding this wave. Like I'm going to get monetized so quick. I'm going to be there in no time. And no, to be honest with you guys, I was a little bit crushed because I really felt like there was some serious momentum at this point. And then it just seemed to fade out. None of my videos were doing that well, weren't even going over 1,000 views. And so I just kept posting, kept trying to stay relevant and just searching YouTube. I just kept searching YouTube and seeing what was trending. And eventually I saw some videos, and to be honest, they were like clickbait, maybe even AI made videos that were talking about the whole Aaron Carter, Diddy leaked tapes and stuff. And it just really intrigued me. I was like, wow, I had never seen or heard about this stuff. And so I really wanted to deep dive into how true any of these claims were. And so I just started doing a bunch of research on it. And then I posted this Aaron Carter video. And you guys, this Aaron Carter video, it just hasn't stopped. Like this video, I didn't know people loved Aaron Carter so much, but they freaking do. And so this video is now at 97,000, and it's literally, fingers crossed, hopefully going to hit 100K. And it'll be my first video to hit over 100,000 views. I'm so excited. And then I posted right after that because in my research about Aaron Carter, I learned about Brittany Murphy and Kim Porter and all these other people. And so I started I made one about Brittany Murphy, which did well. My Kim Porter one did okay, but yet again, I had some ad issues, some age issues, and so it didn't push it out quite as much. But honestly, after that, you guys, I've been responding to as many comments as I possibly can. And your viewers will tell you what they want to see at this point. They will literally tell you all the time, this is what you should talk about. You need to look into this person. You need to talk about this person. And so that's what I did. I saw in one of my videos, I think it was on the Brittany Murphy or the Kim Porter one, somebody commented, you need to talk about Isaac Cappy. I'd never heard of this dude before. Such a wild story, and I'm so glad they told me to cover it because it's a really good one and very interesting. So I did that one, but yet again, there's some issues with age restrictions, and that's probably the biggest challenge I'm having right now in my monetization journey is figuring out how to make sure that my videos don't get limited on the money they're making, because I talk about some very sensitive topics and I reference a lot of things that are unsavory and not necessarily the most advertiser friendly topics. And as you can see, the green dollar signs means that they're good. The yellow means that they're not good. And unfortunately, a lot of my bigger videos are not good. They're limited. Fortunately, my Aaron Carter video is monetized because that video is crushing right now. My Brittany Murphy is as well, but after 2 weeks of that video being monetized, suddenly YouTube just said, oh, it's limited now. And I had to submit an appeal and have them review it. And then they re-monetized it, thank God. But they can do stuff like that to you. Just 2 weeks after everything's good, they'll just say, oh, actually, my bad, everything's not good. So that's probably the current struggle that I'm facing, is trying to figure out how to keep my videos from getting limited monetization. But that's a whole nother video. And then shameless self-plug, I just posted the Mystery of Eazy-E. That one just dropped today. So go check it out. Super interesting story as well. Also really confusing and really weird. It's super sad. As you can see, ad suitability issues. It's currently under review, which means you can submit an appeal. And so that's the first place to start. I submitted this last night because I was trying to get this figured out before I posted it today, but I'm still waiting on YouTube. So you can see that the monetization process comes with new problems that you have to deal with versus the old problems of trying to gain subs and watch hours and all that. But talking about subs and watch hours, let's go in here, and I wanted to go through my subscriber count, my watch hours, and just kind of show you guys how everything sort of went for me. 90 days, let's go back 365. So you can see very little activity. I started 8 subscribers, still 0 subscribers down here. And then things really started building. Wasn't until September. And I'm pretty sure that's when I posted that video about Macy Marie Lathers. And then you can see over here is where I really started growing on December 7th. I gained so many subs that day because that was when I posted that Aaron Carter video, and it was shortly after that my channel was monetized. So it took me really 2 videos. I had this big burst here that got me a ton of subs, and then over the course of the next while, I got a bunch throughout that whole couple months. And then it wasn't until that Aaron Carter video that my subscriber count went way up. Now, I wanted to talk about watch time hours because that was kind of a struggle, but with my videos being an hour long, though it is a lot of work and it takes me forever to edit them, it does help in terms of watch hours, because if I can get one person to watch my hour-long video, that is like one full watch hour. So if I can get 4,000 people to view an hour-long video, even if it's multiple different videos that they end up, and it's scattered and random, whatever, then that's my watch hours right there. So the longer your videos are, the easier your watch time goals are going to be to hit. For most videos, 10 to 20 minutes probably is the average that I tend to see. And you have a higher likelihood of having somebody finish the entire video because it's not quite as long as mine. To be honest, I don't really have the best retention. Like if we look at the Aaron Carter video, I don't know if it'll show me through this. Yeah, my retention always seems to drop pretty heavily, and very few people actually finish the video. So maybe less than 30% of the people are finishing my videos. But still, 30% of 97,000 is a lot. Look at this. This Aaron Carter video by itself got me my 4,000 watch hours. So if you can get one video to hit, your watch hours may not be as big of an issue as you thought it was going to be. Because I had, I think, 3,000 watch hours, and I had 1,000 subscribers, and I had 750 subscribers, and I had 3,100 watch hours, and I was just on like that final stretch to get monetized. And when I dropped that Aaron Carter video, I got another 4,000 or 5,000 watch hours within the next 2 days. And look, that video got me 1.7 thousand subscribers and is still cruising. And so let's just go over here. Let's see if we can find watch time hours. Yep. Go to 90 days. So you'll see my watch time hours is mostly flat. And that's not actually flat. You can see that there's some little humps here and there, but not a lot. And I think back in September, when I actually got that, I had 978 come in from that original video that took off. But it wasn't quite enough, you know? I still had to grind for a couple months before I ended up hitting that monetization status in December. And my watch time hours, look, I'm now at 50,863 watch time hours when I was just struggling to get to 4,000 at the time. So like I said, you guys, it just takes 1 to 2 videos, and you just don't know which ones are going to hit, because I honestly did not expect that Aaron Carter video to explode the way it did. And I did not expect it to keep growing the way that it did. But I know that the question you guys are all asking yourselves is, how much money have you made in 1 month? Because that's why you clicked on this video. And this is 100% uncensored. You can see my everything here. You've probably seen it the whole time I was showing the screen. But this is how much money I have made in 1 month on YouTube. And so if you take the $199.99 and add it to the $392.44, it's just split up because this is December's earnings on top and January's on bottom. But up until technically yesterday, because it won't usually send the payment for the day to this account or whatever, it won't update this until about 5:30, 6 o'clock at night, I have made $592.43 in 1 month being monetized with YouTube. And I think the biggest key with that is if you go to my content and you kind of take a look at the views that I'm getting, because obviously this is ad revenue, so it's, you know, a dollar amount per view. And so I'm getting, after I got monetized, which was the Aaron Carter video right here, all the videos can be monetized after that, but you only get paid off of new views. You don't get paid off of the views that happened before you got monetized. But you can monetize the videos, so if they do end up getting more views, then you can get paid on them. But to be honest, it's really only the videos that I've posted since getting monetized that have really done anything for me. And if you click on each one, you can actually see how much money each video has made you. This one has made me $273.31. And my Brittany Murphy video is my other good one, has made me $240.29. So of that $500, I've made most of it through those 2 videos. And that's because one has 97,000 views and one has 43,000 views. And then, like I said before, the other ones that have yellow dollar signs, they're limited on the monetization. So you only get paid from YouTube Premium. You don't get paid from ads, or very few ads anyway. And then the DMX one is the other one that I posted. It's not doing as well as the others, but you can see a trend here. After that Aaron Carter video, each video I posted has at least done over 1,000, because I have a ton of followers and subscribers now. And so when I post that video, they all are loyal and love my content, and they click on it and they watch it. And with the YouTube algorithm, how it works is it will push your content out to your current subscriber base. And if your current subscriber base eats that shit up, then it will push it out to your non-subscriber base even further. And if it doesn't do well with your subscriber base, then it will likely not push it out much further. So it's really, if you want to get your audience to view your video when it pops up on their feed, like the best that you possibly can. And that has everything to do with making quality thumbnails and choosing a quality topic that's really going to suck somebody in. What would get you to click on a video if you were the viewer? And then I did want to go back here and just take a look at, let's go back to estimated revenue, because I wanted to show you guys. Honestly, I made $2.45. When you hit 500 subscribers, you are able to add memberships and, partially monetized. So I got a gift. Guy gave me $5 and I only got $2.45 of it. So that was the first money I made on YouTube. And then here we go. December 10th was the last time we see $0 because that's when I got monetized. And on December 11th, I made $13. My very first day as a monetized YouTuber, I made $13.14. At my very peak, this was after, I don't even know, this would have been after I posted the Brittany Murphy video and everything was really doing well. I had made $45.45 in one day off of all of my videos. Passive income, y'all. And then obviously that was a good day and followed by a bad day, but Kim, my girlfriend, said that it's slow for her on New Year's Day and New Year's Eve. So same thing with YouTube, apparently. New Year's Day and New Year's Eve was really slow, but you go back to the 3rd of January and then we made $32 that day, $24 this day, and $29 on the 6th. So what I've really been averaging now with my current videos and how they're performing and the views I've been getting, it's been roughly about $20 to $30 per day. And I mean, if you think about, $30 per day for 30 days, that's $900. That's a pretty decent check for posting one video every week. So that's 4 videos a month. Now, I'm not going to lie. Like I said, it's a lot of work to make these hour-long videos. The editing alone takes me over 10 hours. So it is a full-time side hustle. It's not something you're just going to get into and just make some fun videos and it's going to blow up. I don't know. I just wanted to share my story with you guys because I struggled and I was considering giving up and I was in so many places that I'm sure you are at or have been. It's just something where I wanted to share that I'm just a normal guy who had an idea that really wanted to make it on YouTube, and I dedicated as much as I could to making it successful, and I really put everything I had into my ideas, and I've tried each and every week to make my video production better. I've gotten new editors, I've gotten better editing techniques. I try to talk to the camera more directly, and I'm even getting better about being able to talk to the camera. In fact, I feel like I've just been rambling to you guys because I could just talk to this camera all day. My channel is doing really well, and I'm not saying that to rub it in. I'm just saying that because that is all thanks to you guys and all the support I've gotten from all my amazing subscribers. And I think that it just goes to show that when you follow your analytics and you see what's working and what's not working and you figure out what people want, it makes it so much easier for you to figure out what to make, and it makes each video more and more successful when you just follow what your audience wants. And I know that's easier said than done, but go back to the beginning and kind of focus on how I found my niche and see if you can do that for yours. See if you can figure out how to formulate a niche topic and then also combine it with a really well-performing niche genre, if that makes sense. So I just wanted to come on and tell you guys it is possible, because I only post one video a week, and I post, throughout the week I post a bunch of shorts if I can. I don't always do it because I'm really busy now, but if I can, then I definitely do it. And just monitoring those analytics the best that you can. And honestly, it's a full-time job to keep up with the comments, but do your very best to keep up with comments because it will help your channel out. It builds a community and it builds engagement and it builds just a squad. You know what I'm saying? To kind of summarize everything, I just wanted to let you guys know that it is possible. And if you're feeling like giving up, don't. Just maybe take a break. You don't have to post. You don't have to put so much pressure on yourself, but do your very best to stay consistent. Try and pick a day, stay with it. And then when you figure out a niche topic idea that's working, stick with it. But if you're working on a niche topic that isn't working, don't be afraid to give it up, because I wasn't. I was scared that it might, I don't know. I was just scared that maybe I would not be true to what I wanted to be for my channel. I was scared that maybe people wouldn't receive my idea as well because I'm not as good as all these other true crime podcasters that I listen to. I just was scared of how people would receive my content, but you won't know how people receive it until you put it out there. And so that's the best advice I can give you is if you've got an idea and you think it's worth making, try it out. If it works, great. If it doesn't, don't be scared to throw that idea away and start with a new one. That's the great part about YouTube. It's your channel. It's your tube, bro. So you can do whatever you want with it. But hopefully this video was helpful, and hopefully next month I'll make even more money than this. And if you guys want to see more updates, then drop it in the comments, because I'm happy to post more updates on where I'm at with the channel. I will say this though. By the end of this year, my goal that I have set for myself and my channel is 100,000 subscribers, because I want a freaking play button, you guys. So if you can help me get there and you haven't subscribed to the channel, then what are you doing? Subscribe already. But anyways, I really appreciate you guys sitting and listening to my journey. And if you have questions, don't hesitate to ask any of them, because I will happily answer as many as I possibly can. And yeah, later, sobers.
Let's go.